I'm Pop.
And I am Flix. We are POP-FLIX. Hey everybody, this is Flix.
And this is Pop. Pop.
And this is going to be our actual watching of the Suicide Squad movie. If you want to hear our pre-thoughts about it, watch our other video. We're going to be pressing go, watch, whatever, now.
And we are watching Suicide Squad, the theatrical cut.
Yeah, I really do forget sometimes that there's a theatrical and an extended cut.
Well, you remember when we thought they were going to do this for all of them?
Yeah, well, and I was going to get really pissed at that, because why are you not releasing a completed movie to the theaters? But
very colorful.
Very colorful. But it's not that bright colorful. It's that neon colorful.
You know, seeing stuff like this, like Belle Reve and whatnot, stuff out of the comic book, stuff I appreciate.
Mm-hmm. Gosh.
The soundtrack, I would say, is okay.
Yeah.
It's much better than Aquaman's. But, you know, because these songs actually I can be like, oh, I like this song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my friends call me Floyd.
Yeah, but with the soundtrack also, it's like, it's no real original songs. I think the only song that was made for this movie was Heathens. And maybe like Purple Ferrari, I think is the name of another song.
Oh, that song was awful.
But
the rest of the stuff, like the pop, is like that. I think they do Eminem in here.
They do Eminem. They do Queen.
Oh yeah.
Like they do, but they do like
I do
real
like
popular
him.
songs. Griggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
added some elements to the movie of like. If I remember back now, I liked him because he was such a douche. But at the same time, you're like, I don't want nothing bad happen to him.
Yeah, but that's the unfortunate writing in this movie, is that, and I know it might have been the point, but there's no good people in this movie. There's no one, like, redeemable.
Not even Harley?
No.
Sexy
Why?
Harley?
Just because you can do, like, Cirque du Soleil on your bars doesn't mean you're redeemable.
I can watch it all day.
I'm sure all the guards were watching it all day.
Just like, I'm in love.
Yeah.
She did play this role very well, in my mind. I thought she definitely like went to but the thing that was crazy is like her accent kept popping through.
Yeah.
But she can play crazy, so.
She can, but I don't know. Harley, it's always a little weird because, you know, Harley was specifically created for the animated series. Like, there was no Harley Quinn before the original, not the original, but Batman the Animated Series. So she doesn't have as much character as a lot of these other people do.
Well, that and my biggest problem has always been with Harley Quinn is how she's basically not as good, but DC's Deadpool. Who breaks the third wall in the well, that's what they're doing now in the comic books and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, no, and she's also what's the right word? She's not to me. I mean, granted, I am a male, but she is in no way like a relatable character.
Yeah. And
I don't know.
Man,
her level of crazy is just like too crazy to be like for me to like the character.
Yeah, and just that was one thing about this movie I always felt were the weird cut-ins, like, especially like with it being like bright colors and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, and then this song is the "Sympathies for the Devil."
Yeah,
like all the songs are so on the nose too.
But do they fit? You know, kind of like the. I think that was one of the things that I was
meant by on the nose.
Oh yeah, the thing I was trying to be critical about was the whole aspect of like a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I love her little smirk about Superman being dead.
Yeah. And they're like, here's the logo with
Which
guns and bullets around it.
Which is like everything is super weirdly stylized like
Yeah.
that. Like, I get that this movie's rated PG-13, but it's like really targeted at kids.
You know,
in a dumb way.
What I wish in this scene was it was just Bruce sitting there. Like, that's who she's meeting with. That would have been cool.
That would have been really funny. Although, it's kind of weird what this movie does with the sort of established canon of the DC universe, where you know who she works for, right?
No.
She works for Argus.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
Oh.
like they talk about it in the next scene when she's like presenting her stuff to the cabinet, but like they're weirdly accurate on this movie for the government aspect of it, but just everything else falls apart because you don't give enough time.
There he is.
Like, we've already been introduced to Floyd Lawton. Why are we getting introduced to him again? Well,
because you got to give the weird little all his stuff on the side there, like a video game.
Yeah.
Ex-wife. I do like this scene.
Okay, it might be neat, but this scene is also like the stupidest shot he takes in this movie.
Yeah. But I do like the music in the scene. I do like when he's like, "Hey, where's my money?"
Yeah, no,
where's that? Nope. You know what? I'm gonna up it. Like, I'm gonna double it because you're being mean.
Well, no, and that's just so funny though, because like he's Deadshot. How has his reputation not earned him the right to get paid in advance? Like, some people might just be like, "Oh, you don't pay your assassins before the job's done," and I just feel like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, because
when
assassin might
it's
come after
Deadshot. Well, when it's Deadshot,
I'm still seeing zero. Stop being cute. Do your job. Oh, they're taking. I like how he taunts him too. They're taking him.
He was like, "Yeah, no." That guy. You know what would have been really funny is if he had. No, but if that had been someone like worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like
a Lex Luthor or something.
No, not even that. Like, if that had been Joe Pesci.
Oh!
I mean, Joe Pesci's dead now, I think. But,
no,
like...
he's not.
Is he?
He's Sorry to Joe Pesci.
Honestly, I had not heard from him for years.
He doesn't act as much anymore. He's, Sorry to all Joe Pesci fans out there. He is not dead.
I mean, with how this year has already started, we already lost Mean Gene, so I wouldn't be surprised if we just started losing celebrities every third day. But
back to this Mr. Floyd.
Yeah.
I do like Will Smith always has that certain swagger about him.
Oh, hell yeah!
That I've always loved in every role.
It's charisma.
Yeah.
It's like The Rock. He has this natural charisma on the camera that just makes him a joy to watch. It doesn't matter if the movie around him is bad. He is one of the best things in the movie, and that's
like Men in Black. Would you agree?
The first one, no. I think the first one was a great movie on its own.
Yeah.
The second one, he was kind of the dominating factor in that movie that made it better, and the third one, it was definitely him.
I do like the third one a lot.
Well, the third one was sad.
Yeah, it was.
Like each movie has like a little sad moment in it.
The second one is not my favorite, but regardless, Will Smith is awesome.
The second one focused more on Kay though, and then the third one was like all about Jay.
Yeah.
But
and Josh Brolin was awesome. Yeah. Yes.
Wasn't Josh Brolin in to be Batman?
Yeah. Oh, I wish something happened with this. Like, I remember just being in a theater and geeking out. I'm like, it's Batman! They're actually going to let him cross over in this real sad scene. He's like, please, Daddy, don't do it.
Yeah, and you're just like, come on. You shoot around her, curve the bullet.
And, this, going back and seeing this now, this makes me sad for Ben. Because I think Ben had a pretty sweet deal going on. And just, sadly, it wasn't delivered the way it should have been. For him, especially to get his own movie, then for this Batman character to grow on you more. And
I wonder if those were bat cuffs.
They were bat cuffs.
It didn't look any more batty than normal cuffs. Why are they called bat cuffs? They look like just normal cuffs. I own them.
No, they're bat cuffs. Wait, we were already introduced to Harley. There's another thing.
Yeah, we have wasted the last 4 minutes of our movie with these really random things, and that lighting and this weird little wall.
I really don't understand what David Ayer was thinking, just because it was like all this feels weird. You know what I mean? Like, I know he's trying to make it like a side note, but for a movie, it's like you want to be flashy. Oh, here's Jared. I mean Joker. Sorry.
Joker. Again, like it's not until you see him in the modern like time that I actually enjoy him at all.
I actually don't mind him so much. I didn't get enough of him, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I got enough to know that there are times I would like him as the Joker, but a lot of times I wouldn't. But, you know, weird side note to go back to. Thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy in comparison to this movie, what do you think about James Gunn directing the second one?
I'm actually very excited. I think he'll do more with the characters and be more in depth.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know if everyone's going to come back. Are we just going to start over?
Who's playing Floyd Lawton?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Who's playing Harley Quinzel? It's going to be Zoe. God, what is her last name?
He just gets all of them for playing DC.
Killer Croc's being played by Batista.
Yes. I would be like, take my money right now.
Let's see. I guess Joker would have to be played by what's his name?
That was cool.
Yeah, the little scene of her in her own costume.
Yeah,
but Jared Leto's Joker takes it out of that, where her in her Harley Quinn outfit looks, cool. Him wearing what he's wearing without his eyebrows.
I don't know. I like it. I like the what would you call it? He adds a certain crazy to a modern day Joker. Like, I would say just like Jesse Eisenberg with Lex. Like the whole, I don't know. I just like his mannerisms. Is that a good word?
I guess, but it's the only thing is with Jesse Eisenberg's Luthor, it's compared to not Bruce Wayne. It's compared to Henry Cavill's Superman. It's a very good juxtaposition, and both of them seem to be modernly updated. Where Batman in this movie doesn't seem to be updated, so Joker, I don't feel, should be updated. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but I think you needed to do a refresher for Joker, especially to this extent, because
we had everyone being Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker is the pinnacle Joker, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Always will be.
But I think the reason that he was such a good Joker, too, though, was he juxtaposes Christian Bale's Batman so well. So this Jared Leto's Joker doesn't juxtapose Ben Affleck's Batman.
Well, that's my problem. We don't get enough of Joker, and I'm like, why wasn't the plot of this movie going after the Joker? That would have made it so much cooler. Anyone out there, and I think you've seen it, this Suicide Squad movie should have been what the Assault on Arkham movie was. Yes.
If you have a already assembled Suicide Squad, and God, these cuts are just so. If you go into this movie with a headache, you are screwed.
Yeah, but here we go. Woo, little excitement. Remember in the trailer?
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing the trailer like, oh, it's Batman chasing the Joker.
Yeah.
In the awesome Batmobile I love.
I'm hard-pressed to think of a cooler one. There are plenty more iconic ones.
Yeah.
Like,
the Tumbler is always going to be one of my favorites, but I don't know.
I was going to say the Michael Keaton one. I loved that.
I like it, too, just because it was a play on the animated series.
Yeah.
Because they used it. Again, that same style, the long range of it and that, but but if I had to pick like my favorite Batmobile out of all time, probably 66.
The Bat car?
Yeah. It's one of my favorites. It's iconic. It's got the little red phone in the middle, you know.
Did I tell you I saw that one in person one time?
Shut up.
No, I did. It was somewhere in Phoenix not so long. Well, actually, it was long ago. It was like 8-9 years ago.
I like this part.
And she still pulls out a knife and then
he just punches her. I'm Batman.
Bad abuse.
And I like to. That was another premise. Is all these guys were caught by Batman.
I mean,
we all have an association with Batman.
Only 2 of them were. Captain Boomerang is caught by the Flash.
Oh.
You don't know how Slipknot's caught. Diablo turns himself in.
Is Slipknot really a...
He's still there! Killer Croc did get scared out of Gotham by the bat. They do say that.
And they use such weird...
fonts?
Yeah. For all of them. Yeah. I know you want to shed some light on the character, but... I didn't like this Boomerang. I really didn't. And they're like, oh, fetish unicorns? I'm like, why?
Because Deadpool did it.
Ugh.
But I don't mind Jai Courtney, though.
Fun fact here, let's look at how this Flash looks.
Almost nothing like the Justice League Flash?
Yeah. Remember in BVS we were laughing because of that scene they show him in? And he has like long hair.
He's got like that mustache too, like that weird little like wispy hair.
Yeah.
I will be honest, at that point in time, I did not know who Ezra Miller is. And now I hear people talking about how Ezra Miller is such a great actor, yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, look, DC, you had the Arrowverse, and if you just taken Grant Gustin and made him the Flash...
Is it Grant Gustin?
It's whatever. It's one of those things. But had made him the Flash in this universe. Because, you know, you have it pre-assembled. But no.
And then we get introduced to the Killer Croc, which I feel like he looks so weird.
I mean, should he look normal? I like his little like skull thing looks absolutely nothing like him.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. This scene just seems very unnecessary. I wish it just jumped straight to like, okay, here we go. Here's everybody.
Well, and if
we're all together.
It's not like they don't go to not Blackgate. Where is this?
Belle Reef.
Belle Reef. It's not like they don't go to Belle Reef anyway. So if they'd just been like, we want to get this thing set up, and they showed off the Enchantress at that meeting and did this little thing here, although, spoiler alert, Dr. June Moon's a terrible archaeologist.
Terrible, and this actress is terrible.
I can't remember anything I've seen her in that has been good.
Isn't she a model?
She was a model.
Like, that's where she...
And now she's been an actress in a few things.
Here, I'll look it up right now while we're talking.
Yeah, because, you know, who really cares about watching the movie at this point in time?
Oh, you're just being mean. Enchantress, I don't know. I felt like her character was very wasted in this movie. Because I know a little bit about the character enough to be like, what? Wait, what? Okay. Oh, look, more weird text font.
I don't even want to try to pronounce her last name. It's Claire something way too long and complex.
Let's see. Cara Delevingne?
Yeah, she was also in Valyria and the City of 1,000, whatever.
Never seen that.
Paper Town.
Never seen that.
Pan.
Well, never
Tulip Fever. Life in a Year, and London Field. And probably a few other things, but she's not done any...
Pan, was that the one with, like, the updated version with Hugh Jackman as Hook?
Is it Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman as Hook.
It is Hugh Jackman. For some reason, my brain, thought it was, what's his name? Someone like Hugh Jackman. Either way.
Another part of this movie that I say that really was a downer for me was Colonel Rick Flag.
Why? Because he does absolutely nothing?
Because one, I don't like this actor.
I can't think of anything else he's been in either.
Yeah, and two, I just don't care about their relationship.
No, but when you establish a relationship over like 4 cuts, 2 actually, he has met her and now, what are you gonna kiss me?
Yeah, they're in love now.
You're like, okay,
woohoo.
Less believable than Aquaman and Mira.
Ha! You had to take a shot, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, Rick Flag, Joel Kning. God, why does everyone have such a weird last name?
Yeah.
It's worse than football players. All right, let's see. And he has been in Nothing I've seen. Let me see. Altered Carbon, House of Cards. Oh, he was in RoboCop, the remake.
Oh yeah, he was the main guy, huh?
Was he?
I think he was.
So he was RoboCop?
I think he was RoboCop.
Oh wow. Well, that's good to know. I love how much we're paying attention.
I think.
The killing in those latest movies called Altered Carbon.
Huh.
Strictly need to know. So, well, if you were on, if somebody like Amanda Waller came to you, you would say you're a 5-star general, and it's like, hey, we got these batch of like serial killers, and one's a witch, by the way, and I carry her heart in a box.
So
we should use them as a team.
So I don't want to nerd out on you too much on this one, but the only reason a 5-star general would even exist would be in times of war. So a 4-star general is typically what it would be.
Well, excuse me.
Same thing with admirals.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
I know, but I was just trying to save. I was trying to give you a higher ranking than you should deserve.
I mean, what is it? I've been watching The Flash recently, and General Ellington.
Mm-hmm.
He's only a 2-star general, and you see what he gets away with.
Yeah, that is true. I love Grant Gustin. He's such a good Flash.
He is, and that's why, like, Ezra Miller just doesn't make the character go the right way. He makes the character so stupid and such a wuss.
Magic or not, the girl can do some pretty incredible things.
I love how that general literally saw a human transform into that with the little smoke floating around and was like, what is this, a magic show?
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, what?
We live in a world where Superman exists. You guys know he exists. Why is this a surprise for you?
Yeah, and like, he's probably like, what kind of magic trick is this? She literally brought you secret information.
Well, honestly, how I feel, she probably teleported to the other side of the world, teleported back in like a second. So
the comedy's a little off in this movie too.
Yeah, it doesn't get earned. Like, I can't think of like a legitimately funny part in this movie that isn't also like hugely misogynistic or something terrible like that.
Yeah.
So
Man, Waller's so evil.
She is. That's actually, that might be the one part that's not, when he's just like, that is just a mean lady.
Yeah.
But that is probably the funniest line in this movie, and it's not really earned. But yeah, if you see in the back, it actually says Argus.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, they follow, and he actually said that she's with the Argus program. But I'm just like, that's neat that they follow that kind of thing. But I also like how Rick Flag's too cool for an umbrella.
Yeah. He's like, I don't need no umbrella. I'm a man.
And why the hell would you... Okay, so why would you bring June there? Like...
We can't be without her.
Yeah, but then why bring him there? He's not needed for this. He's just going to be the one to lead the team. She's the one, like, analyzing if they're good.
Going back to the trailer here, you know, the way they played it off, Are You the Devil? That was a real cool moment in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Then you go to the movie, you're like, oh, well.
Yeah, you're like, so it has no bearing on anything except for that she's evil.
Hey, that's how I do push-ups.
That's how I try push-ups. I normally need both knees on the ground and like pillows between my body, so I just have to like squish.
just roll around.
Yeah.
I wish they, you know, if they were gonna go this route with Killer Croc, why don't you just make it look like a crocodile and not?
Well, but that I thought in the comic books, like in the beginning, at least, Killer Croc just had like a really terrible skin condition. He was a human being that had like this super scaly skin condition and was just so mistreated.
Then you go into the circus because they use him as Gator Boy and whatnot.
And then certain things altered him in the comic books, and suddenly he was just a full-on like 10-foot tall alligator man with a tail that he can control. I also wish we had that Diablo in this movie.
The
super cocky.
Yeah. Not the I found religious Diablo.
I am a pacifist.
Yeah.
Until someone pokes me a few times. Then I just shoot fire.
Yeah. I don't know. Diablo was like, oh, that ain't Diablo. Okay. The thing too about this movie that was weird is like they're trying so hard to make these characters separate from what you know. Like they're pulling things from the comic books.
Yeah.
But there's certain things where like, oh, David Ayer's like, I'm gonna make these characters my own and this and that and.
Well, I also like how pretty much they established that the two strongest people they have is Diablo and Enchantress, but Enchantress becomes evil, and Diablo doesn't fight to his full extent until it's pretty much pointless.
Yeah. Oh, I do like this part. Just because, once again, the swagger of Will Smith.
Yeah. This is a pseudo-funny part. Like, this is funny enough.
I like when he's like, you want me to uncuff him? I've said a lot of mean things to him.
Well, I like that he's even disbelieving they'd actually give him real guns.
Yeah. And just showing off his incredible, just bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
But didn't she say they were blanks or something?
No, they're not blanks. Well, he... No, but what he says right here is, if he kills me, I want you to shoot him and then go delete my browser history.
See, he's always one of those guys I've always liked in a lot of movies.
He's just, I don't know, he's a little too crude for me sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
I love him in Blockers.
Mm.
Because he's always that, like, I'm the mess up and I'm this.
This is what she's saying. She's just like, she's trying to talk him into doing it too.
Don't empty nothing. Make him pee himself.
And now he's like, oh, this is for real.
Hip hop music playing. Boom.
It is weird though that Deadshot doesn't have a superpower. He's just a dude who's like insanely accurate. It's like Bullseye though. Like, yeah,
but the cool thing about it, like, if you wanted to like have him spin off into Batman, that would have been cool. That would have been cool seeing like somebody that's not like either crazy or this and that, but somebody who's like a very high marksman.
Yeah. Who
can play toe to toe with Batman.
No, well, I've seen some things. Like, I've seen a few times of Deadshot versus Batman, and they've been typically really cool because it's, unfortunately though, there's that parallel to Daredevil where the reason that Deadshot wants to kill Batman after a while is like, he's the one that made me miss. I never miss, and he made me miss.
Yeah, and Deathstroke. I remember when they introduced Deathstroke in Justice League. I was like, oh, we could have that aspect with him and Batman. It's a cat and mouse movie. Yeah. You got one outplaying the other and this and that, and it makes me sad to think of what could have been.
Well, but it's, I don't know, Wilson, like, it's the funniest thing, though, is if Will Smith wanted to play any superhero, I think he could do it. Like, if he wanted to play a superhero, he could just go in and be, like, he could be Batman. He could be Superman. I think he'd have a harder time with Batman as opposed to that.
Yeah.
But I think he could do it. But he picks...
I like that part a lot where Rick is like, I'm gonna be the douche and you can say what you want. You're not in any place in demands. And he's like, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to your boss.
Yeah.
He's just terrible. But Amanda Waller plays it so cool. Mm-hmm. Viola Davis, just in general.
See, but that's the thing, is at the end of this movie when it teases her and Bruce Wayne talking to each other, like, that would have made such a better movie. Like, in the animated series, whenever Amanda Waller and Batman are having a conversation, that's like a kick-ass moment.
Tranzo, like, you see that little love you have? I'll put her in a drug-induced coma. Huh? You like that?
Yeah. But it's because she's pretty much just proving that she can control him.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
With no eyebrows.
She have no eyebrows. But I think it'd be really, really funny if it just been like, I'll strap her to a board and drug-induced coma. He's like, okay, I've only known her for like 6 months. Go ahead. She's an evil enchantress.
She's a witch.
Bye. She
gave great head. But that was about it.
It's the only way I could stop her from saying enchantress was putting something within that mouth.
This scene here, I really wish we had more backstory to it.
Yeah.
And why do you have that black?
I don't know. Whenever I watch this scene, the only thing I think about is, did he just meticulously set up every single one of these things throughout?
Isn't her kid's clothes like somewhere? Yeah, right.
Yeah, there's kid clothes behind him and some pictures, but you're just looking at it and going, that seems a little too OCD for the Joker.
Yeah. Like if it was all over the place and stuff like that. Okay, so you're talking about here.
Yeah. Because I guess technically the first time you saw him in the modern time was in that one scene. But no, when he...
He's like, Yes. He's killing it.
Gosh. Now, if I was a club owner, even if I was part of a shitty deal, and there's a guy who came here who then the Joker was looking for, I would not be happy that that person has stepped into my establishment.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I'd be like, you know how we've heard a lot of stories about this Joker guy, so we don't need any of that crazy around here.
Yeah, no, well, especially in the established universe of of how crazy he is. Like I don't mind what the Joker's wearing here.
Yeah,
but it's this first line after the kiss. It's just
this is all the chit chat.
I don't know. It's just watch this part. He's purring, by the way, too, which is real weird.
It's a Jared Leto. He did try to go all in with this role. You've heard all the weird backstories.
Like, that is one of the few legitimately funny parts of this movie, is just, I can tell you meant that.
Yeah, you're gonna be my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would probably piss myself if I saw that. Kid, you're like,
Well, and especially if you know in this universe, that person has murdered thousands of people.
Random.
Just shoots her in the face.
So, Amanda, you know,
Amanda stabbed the heart. Amanda, stab the heart.
Stab it now, because I was so in love.
Like, that's, I don't know. It doesn't seem like they've been around or together that long.
Yeah.
There's no way that it's been more than like a year. But no, I'll completely disobey direct orders just so that you can go try to get your heart back and destroy the world, more than likely, if you're out of control.
Yeah. And why is your phone not louder?
Yeah. Also, why are you sleeping in the Jaguar print?
She's a little freaky.
Yeah, evidently.
Oh. Yeah, but just to even mess with this kind of power is very stupid.
No, like, it's one of those you should be like, oh, well, we're going to keep her in a drug-induced coma for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Like
Midway City.
Midway, yeah? It was Midway. And then there's this guy who you're just like, why does it matter who you are?
Yeah.
Like,
why'd you pick him?
Yeah.
In the bathroom? Like, why'd you even go to Midway City?
Like, what was the...
She could have made Rick her brother.
For real.
That would have been weird. Going a little Star Wars there.
Alderaan's like the space Alabama, so it's all fine.
Oh, okay.
But no, like, it wouldn't have mattered to her. She doesn't care who Rick Flag is. She has no emotional feelings for Rick Flag.
That is true, but why didn't she use him?
Why didn't you use him? That's not a... Like, it's because he's been established in the movie as a person who's going to lead the Suicide Squad. I think it would have been better if she'd taken over Rick Flag with that, and Deadshot had been put in charge of the Suicide Squad.
That would have been awesome.
And it was just her the entire time talking to him, going, hey, you know, you're going to go save these people or I'm going to blow you up.
Yeah, right here she's getting very sensual with her brother.
Yeah.
Why did she come back?
Because she has more plans in place.
Oh.
Because yeah, you'll see.
We'll see as we go.
Which is funny because, man, those are some tiny shorts.
I thought it was a dress, but I guess it's not.
Might be a skirt.
No, when she comes back and he's still holding his gun like that, I'm like, she's not there anymore.
She appears, he just fires, and because she's not the Enchantress anymore, just squares her right in the forehead. She just falls over dead.
Yeah, and how could you fall in love with somebody with this much emotional baggage? You're going in and you're like, I'm possessed by a witch, by the way.
No, that's literally how he met her, is that he knew she was
Yeah.
I just, like... I mean, if there's one person that has the emotional baggage to return, if Bruce Wayne was to be dating her, that'd be one thing.
He has some baggage. Oh, fake heart attack.
Have you ever tried not being possessed by a demon? You tried an exorcist? We can try an exorcist, guys. How'd they get you out in the first place?
Gosh, do you really want to be... that's the thing is, like, I'm glad I never became a doctor. Because it's situations like that where, like, I need a doctor. I'm like... He looks like he's possessed, so...
Yeah.
We'll just leave him that way.
Well, you know what's weird? And we've both watched this movie. Little tendril things really make me think Venom.
Yeah.
Like the symbiote stuff.
Well, I remember how they kept the villain under wraps for some reason. Like, remember in the trailers? Like, they didn't specifically say, like, oh, the bad guy is this person. The trailers were like, oh, this is
Venom
the
or
team.
Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the trailers didn't explain that, oh, Enchantress is going to be the villain.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, there's just something really bad happening in Midway City, and they had to assemble a team to go get him.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it.
But again, I would definitely say, like, if you haven't seen Assault on Arkham, that is an amazing Suicide Squad movie.
And they have those. You know what's so funny about WB is they know they have all that. Why don't they just pull from that?
Well, it's literally made from that. Like it's one of those. You know, we watched Death of Superman together. We want to watch some of the animated movies, but the animated movies are just good. Like,
yeah.
Why? It's always bothered me that live action movies are like, well, we can't reach the same level that the animated movies are. When you're like, that's BS. So many movies now, like Iron Man, the entire MCU, those could be comic book movies that are good for the most part.
Yeah.
But no, like, they decided to make them live action movies where DC's like, we have all these great ideas based exactly off of our comics, but we have directors instead, so we want them to have their own visions of this. So...
Yeah, let's... I don't know. I'm trying. But... See, much more swagger for him. Like, just give me more Will Smith. That could have been something.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just, it gets me with all of these good actors that exist. And all of these great storylines that exist. Yeah.
I do like that.
You're
She's
so
like,
screwed.
You're so screwed. He's like, hey, no, I helped you.
But no, all these good comic book movies that exist, these directors are like, well, I know these are time-tested stories that people have loved forever. What if I give it my own spin?
Yeah.
Which, not in the DCEU, but Infinity War was a great spin on the Infinity Gauntlet's beginning story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least how he gets the stuff, and, that was a great taking a comic book and making it almost more.
Well, and what the best thing about Infinity War is the fact that when you get into the movie, you realize this is Thanos' story.
Mm-hmm.
This is about the Avengers are there, but this is about Thanos.
Yeah.
and what he accomplishes.
Yeah.
I want to watch Infinity War now.
if we, I feel like that might be something we'll do after this in the middle of our DCEU run. Is watch an actually good movie.
You're gonna be like, I need a good movie, like right now. Give me. Oh, that's usually my drug of choice nowadays, though. Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Once again. Oh yeah, she tricked him, huh?
Well, Enchantress tricked him.
Yeah.
June had nothing to do with it.
I just feel no attachment. Like
you are my number one guy.
Hey, there we go. Man, say it again.
Well, and it's never like you don't get this full story until later too. Like, And also, if she didn't need her heart because her brother could do this, why did she even care after she revived her brother about going back?
Yeah.
Like that is the part that I am totally on board with, is the brother like fixes her and you can just be like, well, why didn't you do that in the first place?
Yeah.
Like what if she teleported back and Rick had just really shot her in the face? Now she's dead and the brother's like, oh crap, and then they blow up the brother.
I like how though when she automatically she bolties and Man's like, stab the heart. Oh,
and it does nothing though.
Yeah.
You know what bad scene this makes me think of? The construct scene from the Green Lanterns movie.
Oh.
When she's building her weapon. To me it just looks like that scene with
There's floating garbage.
Who was it? It wasn't Sinestro, and it wasn't Kilowog. Who was the one that was showing him the constructs?
Oh,
Tomare?
Tomare, yes.
Yeah.
Telling him to concentrate.
And just making impossible figures. But I'm just like, that's all that visually makes me think of.
Like you mean his first construct that was like,
yeah. That's what that makes me think of, is just a really badly made construct.
And then we get those, what do you call them? Pod people? Poop pods?
Oh, no, the putties.
The putties, yeah.
The putties from Power Rangers. I will say, I'm not the first one to say that. Other people said that well before. Why is Wolverine right next to Rick Flag?
The thing, too, about this is, if these guys are so intent on being bad and ready to kill and this and that, especially Killer Croc, why would you let them loose on the world? I know they got the bombs in her neck, but they're villains. They don't care.
Well, and Assault on Arkham kind of, solves that problem as to why are you taking these people. Although it's not Killer Croc, it's King Shark, I think.
Yeah. That would have been so much better and cooler in this movie.
I know, but it would have visually been a little weirder.
I wouldn't mind.
I also love how they all got to, get carded here, but he got brought in a bag.
Yeah. I do like this. Punch!
Just run random person. You know what would be the funniest thing is if he was just like, I said first class, not coach! Gah!
I was not.
Yeah.
Oh, and here we go. Here's your favorite character.
Isn't this... Okay, so I thought you and your brother were super excited for this, because you're just like, they have Native American representation in these movies.
When have I ever said that?
Juju said that.
Okay.
Yeah. He was happy about that. But look, tell me that doesn't kind of look like Wolverine right there.
It is Wolverine.
It's a young Wolverine.
He's like, why am I in this movie?
But
This isn't my universe.
But no. Your brother was super happy about the representation, and then you're just like, yeah, because we've gotten so much information about Slipknot at this point in time to believe he's gonna make it through the movie.
Well, a lot of people tell people Slipknot's backstory. I'm like, this guy is a terrible person. He's raped and this and that you don't explain in this movie whatsoever.
I don't explain anything about most of these characters. What do you know about Diablo's upbringing? What do you know about Killer Croc's upbringing? What do you know about Deadpool's... Or not Deadpool.
They both got masks.
I know. What do you know about Deadshot's upbringing? You don't know anything about these characters' origins outside of Harley's.
Well, I think that's why, at the end of the movie, I was like, why do I care? I don't care. You know? Like, I'm not emotionally invested, especially into these characters. And, okay, here's a little pop for everybody. We're going to see some Margaret Robbie and, see? A little fanfare there.
Which, I mean, if she'd worn this movie, I'd have been cool with that.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah.
But no, we had to get the bra shot.
It's not even that. It's they decided to redesign the character, to which, any wrestling fans out there pretty much know Alexa Bliss just totally ripped this style.
But she makes it work.
I also love how they're arming these guys in the middle of the camp.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, we could just murder everybody here, huh?
Yeah, they could. Aw, her pussy.
Especially because it doesn't seem like anyone's paying attention to them, except for, like, maybe one or two guys.
The unicorn fetish? Yes. Must take that.
Yeah. That's also a really bad shirt he's wearing. It's got, like, a rip in the collar.
Now everyone's like, ooh.
You see the guy in the back smiling.
Yeah, I would have asked her, like, what?
I like how even some of the women were stopping at it, and you're just like, okay.
All right, okay. It's accepted all around. It's just so funny, too, that I'm just like, you're just watching these guys, like, get dressed. Well, I can see why. They're villains. Like, you don't want to give them alone time. Hey, the mallet.
I also like how the mallet isn't comically oversized like it has always been.
Yeah.
Where the mallet head is, like, 3 times the size of her head. I
like how Diablo only puts on a shirt and his jacket and doesn't take off his pants.
Yeah.
Because they're all misfits.
Well, I like how Slipknot is just not been part of any of this.
He's there. He's in the background.
I'm in the background.
Oh, Argus.
Yeah. Let's see. It's kind of like S.H.I.E.L.D., but, like, if in Man of Steel they'd teased Argus in a good, like, everybody realizes they're talking about Argus kind of way.
Yeah.
Or even Cadmus or any of the other government agencies.
If there was much more Easter eggs, you're saying, in Man of Steel?
Ones that made sense.
Not the random Wayne Manor one?
Yeah, Wayne satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just that, but, like...
Where he was watching Netflix and he's like, something's wrong. My satellite went down.
Why are the Netflix gone?
I was watching the Taylor Swift special.
Just grappling hooks over to Metropolis and he just sees Superman slap his neck. Are you going to put my satellite back?
I was watching. Oh, and then Katana.
Yeah!
There she is randomly, out of nowhere.
Who I can almost assume, unless you were previously an avid Katana fan, this movie has not done anything.
Oh, God.
And if you were an avid Katana fan, this probably made you hate Katana.
Oh, my gosh. I remember, I know a few people who are super Katana fans. I remember when she was even announced for this movie, they were like, oh, Katana's going to be in this. And then I watched it, I was like, I wish Katana wasn't in this. I was like,
I'm a Killer Croc fan. Why'd they put Killer Croc in this?
They made a Green Lantern movie? Yes! Why'd they make that Green Lantern movie? You know, that's sort of what happens.
Yeah. I mean, I will avidly speak out as being a Thor fan, but even I admit that, like, Thor's definitely the weakest MCU movies. Ragnarok knocked it out of the park, but that doesn't excuse the first two.
I kind of have to disagree on that. I like the first Thor a lot.
Well, okay, so it was very obvious with Kenneth Branagh directing that it had a very heavy Shakespearean turn to it. But it's also, like, I know this gets made fun of all the time, but all of the Dutch angles, where it's like a tilty camera.
I like that.
And, yeah, no, it's visually amazing. Like, that movie, I think, visually shows the ginormous difference between the DCEU and the MCU. Where you see this thing of them coming into a city right now. It's pitch black, dark, like no real lighting, which is realistic.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go to Asgard, it's just this golden city. And the only times that you see nighttime in those movies are in Jotunheim, on the first night that Thor arrives, and when he's trying to pull his hammer the first time. Besides
that's one of my favorite scenes.
It stays day the entire time you're seeing stuff. Because they're like normal human beings and sleep at night.
Yeah.
Unlike the DCEU, where insomnia is just a prerequisite. Like,
you know, with the Thor movies, I hear people all the time, especially like Kevin Smith, like, oh, the Thor movies were terrible. I'm like, no, they weren't. I personally really like the first one a lot. I really do, because it reminded me of those sci-fi B movies, but done with the cheesiness that I like in a superhero movie.
Also, real quick, helicopter crash.
And it rolls.
It rolls. The only dead people are the pilots. Also, with this one, I honest to goodness believe right there is the only time you see a helicopter actually land in this movie. Every other time from this point on, it will be a crash. But no, when it's the thing with the DCEU is with all the director changes, you know, it's hard to keep a coherent story, you would think. But with Kevin Feige at like the center of the universe, like he is the continuity. Like,
well, that's what Zach was supposed to be, remember?
But he wasn't. He was terrible. Even in his first two movies, he screwed things up.
Isn't he horribly. Like a co-producer on this?
I don't know. He's something.
I was surprised when I saw his name on Aquaman.
Yeah, well, it's because I think he gets attached to everything.
But, yeah, because remember I was in the credits, I was like, whoa, Snyder's name. Uh-huh. And his wife.
Also, I not that this matters at all, but Boomerang just through light conversation talked someone into pretty much getting themselves killed.
And there goes Slipknot. Slipknot goes up. And... come on. I thought I timed it just right.
Yeah, I mean, for the scene, yeah. He did.
There's your Native American representation, everyone.
Yeah.
Blow his head off, then throw him back on a piece of land.
I don't know. That's something that any movie, when it comes to representation, I'm always just like, why? Like,
well,
I understand. No, I understand. I am white. So I don't really have a lot of room to speak on this one.
You know what day? It's 2018. Of course you don't have no speak.
It's 2019, first and foremost.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Second, I've never, like, no matter, like, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, I love these heroes. Relate to them? I do not. I'm not like, Tony Stark's... Well, Tony Stark's not fully white, huh? He's kind of... Well, he's Italian, I think. Either way. But he's not someone I go, his skin color's the same as mine, so I can relate. You know, I'm just like, especially like Thor. Thor's white, but he's from space. And he's a prince. And I'm like, yeah, those are none of the things I am. And like, if a character has a compelling backstory, I feel like I can relate to them. It doesn't matter what color they are.
I can represent more to the morals of some superheroes, you know, like a Captain America. I'm not strong and whatever, but the underdog aspect, and that he always wants to fight, about the good fight and stuff like that, you know.
Well, that's, Cap, that's, I can understand, but it's one of those, Captain America and Superman are too good for me.
Really?
They're too good of human beings / aliens for me to relate to. Like, I would love to be able to do what's right all the time.
Well, alright, what Captain are we talking about? Comic book Captain? Because that's the way he is. Are we talking about MCU Captain? Because MCU Captain has grown up.
I'm talking about
in general?
comic. Well, just comic Captain.
Okay.
But it's to me, it's just because comic book Captain and comic book Superman too have always just been this beacon of hope. And I'm just like, I don't know if I'd want to be a beacon of hope for humanity. That seems like a lot of pressure.
There's your putties.
He's a producer on like everything.
Everything?
He's an executive producer on this movie. He's a producer in Wonder Woman. He's an executive producer in Aquaman. He's a producer for Suicide Squad 2, Gotham City Sirens, Deadshot, and Wonder Woman 1984.
Wow.
Which...
I thought they fired him.
Which, for Wonder Woman 1984... Why? Like... I think Wonder Woman was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Why do you need to make another one? She literally in Wonder Woman and in Justice League, and I think in Batman vs. Superman, she states the line, "I stayed out of human affairs for a century." Like, I left mankind for a century for the atrocities they committed. Talking about World War I. But...
Maybe they'll explain that in 84?
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984. Also,
yeah, these little weird putty thingies, they look weird. They look like they have eyeballs.
Yeah, but I wonder with Katana's sword, since it takes the soul of the person it kills, is it taking the soul of the innocent person that got taken over to become the putties?
I think that was the weird thing in this movie for me, was, they're killing these things and this and that. I'm like, but there's still people But
they're not people inside of them. They're people that have been transformed. So I don't even know if they can be fixed.
They probably... No, they get fixed in the end.
No, they don't.
No? Oh,
by the time they get to facing off against Enchantress, there's just no more. I think... No, there's some in the climax, because when Flag and his team are underwater, not Flag, when his team are underwater, they...
I like just let him die. He dies, we die, remember?
Yeah. So...
Wait, where's her mallet?
Yeah, where is her mallet? She's only been using her baseball bat, yet she pulled out her mallet.
Aw, that makes me sad. Oh my goodness. Remember this year, the Harley Quinn costume was so big?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's been since this movie came out.
That's what I meant. When this movie came out, everybody and even their grandmas had the Harley Quinn costume on.
Yeah. No, and I love how in the animated series, Harley Quinn's outfit was actually something that looked like a good costume. And now it's just, how lazy can I be with a costume?
Yeah.
Like
T-shirt
I have a color scheme of blue and red, but besides that, just be lazy.
Deadshot's costume's awesome, though.
Oh, it is. I especially love it when he puts on his mask.
And I wish, that's the thing about superhero movies in general, is I know you have to see the actor, of course. It goes across any superhero movie, even in Infinity War sometimes. Sometimes when they release the poster, okay, like Infinity War, I'm like, I would have loved this poster more if they all had their masks on.
Yeah, but, I mean, the only, real masked Avengers at this point in time are War Machine, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. Yeah.
But it looks cool. Like, that's why when they show...
I will say that, though, to their faces having to be shown. What's the guy who plays Jarvis? Paul Bettany?
He plays Vision?
Yeah, he plays Vision now. But they had to have a scene with Paul Bettany being in human form in that movie.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, that's an interesting thing that we've never discussed with this character before. You have him wearing a cardigan or whatever in frickin' Civil War, but he doesn't transform into looking like a human.
With his white hair.
With his Paul Bettany albino-ness.
Yes. And it was another thing with that. I'm just like, you automatically have to take the mask off. I'm like,
but that see, Marvel did something clever though with Iron Man. They have that little interface of him inside the helmet.
That's always been cool.
Where he's wearing the Iron Man mask. He's not popping it up every 2 seconds like Spider-Man in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But you have all these scenes of Iron Man being Iron Man, but you still getting to see Tony Stark. Where in, like terrible example, well, great example, but for a terrible movie, Spider-Man 3, Topher Grayson as Venom.
We kept on showing his face.
He kept pulling like the Venom face, which was cool to show his face, and you're just like...
It takes you out of the Venom aspect. You're like, that's not Venom.
Well, it's one of those, like, if I was ever an actor playing a superhero who had either something like the Venom symbiote or wore a mask, I wouldn't care if people wouldn't see who I am. They'd know who I am.
Oh, she does make out, huh?
Yeah, she kisses every single one of them. Evidently, they have an allergic reaction to it.
You need to go get tested.
Yeah.
You're making people...
Poison Ivy called. She thinks your lips might be toxic.
I like that. We're bad guys. This is what we do.
Yeah, but everybody in this movie's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, even Rick is a bad guy for the most part. But... no, I will say one thing that Marvel gets rid of real fast is helmets.
Yeah. Like Thor's helmet?
Like Thor's helmet, like Captain America's for the most part.
Yeah, and once again, you know, with Captain America, like, when was the last time we saw him don the mask?
Civil War.
Civil War? Oh, yeah, he does. Wait. Yeah, he does, huh?
He's wearing it in the fight at the
airport.
At the airport. And then after that, he doesn't have it for the rest of the... No, he has it when they're in Siberia. I think he has it when he and Iron Man are talking. He has it for that entire final fight, I think.
In Civil War. I think Civil War is the last time we see the mask, though, right?
Until Infinity War, which is the next movie.
But he didn't wear it.
No, he didn't. But that's because he's not Captain America anymore.
Nomad.
Yeah. Or the Captain. But yeah, like
but
that.
Thor's helmet made me sad, though.
I know! I love that helmet!
I love that helmet, too. And it was like, nope. There you go. We gave it to you as fanfare. You saw it. He's no longer going to wear this thing. Because we got it only in the starting of Thor.
We got it in the starting of Thor, and then in Thor Ragnarok, he has that helmet on Sakaar. But that's it. Like, it makes me sad. Especially because Odin wears his, but Loki's got the horns. Like, all the time. Why can't Thor have his helmet, too? I don't know. Captain Boomerang in this doesn't have any of his costume.
He's got a boomerang.
Yeah, but he's supposed to have, like, the helmet, and he's got the coat.
I know. That's why I was like, he's got the boomerangs.
Yeah. But that's... For movies that have costume designs that are pretty relevant, it's just so weird to see, you know, when people take things their own direction, like with Star-Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Star-Lord didn't used to look like that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the Guardians.
Yeah. I think, actually, all of the Guardians outside of Groot looked considerably different.
Yeah.
And
Drax.
then, yeah. Drax, Rocket looked a bit different. Gamora looked a lot different.
Yeah. Well, it was a good change, though. It's not like this movie. Like, you looking at Harley Quinn now, you're like, the laziness.
I know. Well, but it's also, like, you... The only thing that I kind of give Suicide Squad in that aspect is, for most of the people, it kind of fits their personalities of their characters as to what they're wearing. Would Captain Boomerang spend a lot of money wearing fancy clothes? No. Because, you know, Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang is cheap. You know.
Yeah, but...
Would an assassin hitman have...
Well, that's why you look at Aquaman, you're like, look at all the pretty costumes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Deadshot's is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Killer Crocs is lazy, where he's just wearing...
Katana's is really lazy in my mind.
Her mask bothers me.
Me too.
Like, it looks like it's something I could go out and just buy for, like, 25 cents.
Yeah.
Like,
you got it at the dollar store and just painted a little red dot on top of it.
Gosh, that sounds so racist.
I know. I thought of, like... I was like, wow, that sounds a little bit racist in my head. Then you had to point it out.
but no,
He's a unicorn.
No, it's not the unicorn. It's just a big wad of cash.
Oh.
But yeah, like, a lot of them are so lazy. But that is one thing that Marvel really doesn't skimp on.
No, they give you the costumes. Just like the Iron Spider suit. You're like, jeez.
We will have to do Infinity War sometime soon. But no, I'm just trying to think of an Avenger that doesn't look good. Like it doesn't.
That doesn't look. None of all of them look accurate. Like Ant-Man.
Like I will say one of them that kind of bothered me, but this is more like a character choice, was the Iron Patriot.
This is what, as much as everyone's like, oh, you're always like, bash DC, bash. I don't like Iron Man 3. I really, really don't.
Yeah.
So, when they're like, the Iron Patriot, I got so mad.
Well, the thing
as a comic book nerd.
Well, the thing that bothers me more about that, like, there's two things that really get me about that. Is one, it's supposed to be Norman Osborn. That's the Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
Two, in the next time we see him in, is it Age of Ultron? Is that the next movie after Iron Man 3 that has War Machine in it?
Yeah.
He's back to being War Machine. Like, did he take time to just scrape the paint off his uniform?
Well, the bad thing about Iron Man 3 is, like, at the end of the movie, he's all, I'm no longer, I don't need this arc reactor. I don't need any of this. But I'm still Iron Man. But I blew up all my suits. And then you shoot to Age of Ultron, it's like, I got a lot of suits again.
I've made the Iron Legion, which was pretty much what he had at the end of Iron Man 3. But no, now it's voiced, instead of being voiced by Paul Bettany, it's voiced by... what's the guy who plays Ultron?
Not Kevin Spacey. Why?
See if you can figure it out before I look it up. Don't look it up. You can't look it up.
I can't look it up. I can't look it up. James Spader.
Yep.
Haha.
That sounds right. Let me verify that.
Is it Kevin Spader or James Spader?
I think it's James something. So.
This scene was weird too.
There's a lot of these
random flashy backs.
Yeah, that are super out of order that really throw me out of this movie. Where is he? Yep, James Spader. You're right.
All right, cool. I don't lose my nerd card. Well, Kevin Spacey. I'm like, whoa, wait, wrong one. The reaction in the comments on that one are like, you idiot.
But back to this weird scene. I feel like having a Harley Joker movie before this
would have helped.
Might have helped a lot on establishing these kind of things.
Well, here's the problem. You could have made this a Joker Harley Quinn movie to a certain extent and have the Suicide Squad be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But why would you want the Enchantress to be the bad guy and these weird Play-Doh people?
I also like how pitching yourself off a tall thing into a vat of chemicals
automatically
what?
Gives you powers, or...
Well, I was going to say fixes her eyesight.
Oh.
Because she's not wearing glasses anymore.
Unless they're like Harry Potter's glasses.
Well, no, but she's not... No. You could see the lenses on those.
They're fake.
They probably are for the actress, but at least the movie put the effort into making them or digitally adding them, whatever. Because Warner Brothers did the last time with Harry Potter and didn't do it well. Although that was a very obviously CG Joker there, which is a little weird. What happened to her glasses, too? Did they dissolve in there?
Yeah. No, they embedded into her eyes.
I landed face first. There's so much glass in my eyes right now.
What's with the color?
I think it's draining from their clothes or something. I don't know. And also, if dipping into the chemicals made his hair green, why did it make hers white?
Yeah. With a little bit of red and blue.
Yeah.
You are right about the Alexa Bliss thing. Now that I've gone back and now we're watching this. But I think Alexa Bliss pulls it off better.
Oh, for sure. Like she could replace Margot Robbie in these movies and be fun. But something else. Joker, it sort of bothers me, but with Harley, it bothers me a little more. It's all the tattoos.
Yeah, the tattoo on the eye and this and that.
Like she got that little heart and that little phrase that's going down the side of her face, and I'm just like, come on, guys. I don't know if you're trying to make them more relatable to kind of a grunge society, but it's really, like, stupid. It'd be like if Deadshot had, like, his what's it called? His little target tattooed over his eye. Like, yeah, cool. No.
If I remember right, yeah, this is the part where I was completely thrown off.
Well, I also like how even Rick is just like, I told you to leave. We're not saving the world right now because I told you to leave and you didn't.
Yeah, and so this is basically a rescue mission, which was very unnecessary.
Very.
Like, I remember, like, seeing this, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So, we weren't I have to sit through more of this? You know?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know. I think this was maybe, like, the shot in the leg for me. Like, especially the weird cutback scenes, but this was like, wait, what?
Well, the lighting's also really weird in a lot of these scenes. So, I don't know. It's one of those, like, I feel like this movie is trying to be clever.
He said two-faced.
Yeah.
He said two-faced.
Oh, yeah. So, completely off subject, not that we haven't been hopping off that this entire time. But, you know the stupidest thing? Anyone out there who's watching the first season of Flash or, you know, is in the process... Yeah, that's kind of you get used to it. But the first season of Flash has, like, 50 Superman Easter eggs as far as just things they say.
Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to it for a while and you're like, this is starting to get annoying. Can you please stop?
Yeah. Oh, man, my favorite thing about that first season, wasn't that first season where they tease the Crisis?
Yeah, well, that's the newspaper clipping.
Yeah,
that Barry's disappeared, or Flash disappeared.
I squealed like a little girl.
Well, I mean, have you kept up with it at all?
I am very behind.
They're doing Elseworld right now.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the pictures. I heard Batwoman's getting her own thing now, too. So...
Ooh.
Hey. She's a lesbian, so we have
to be inclusive.
Yes. No, but I've always liked Batwoman. She's a great character.
She's fine. I heard
she was awesome in Elseworld, so...
From what I saw, she's fine. It's just...
It's so funny, though. I heard now... And Superman's getting his own show. The Superman that's been doing the crossover with Supergirl, him and Lois are getting their own show now. And I'm just like... That's how WB knows that they failed with these movies. Where they're like, fine, give the Flash to them their Superman and their own Batman, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, because that was the problem with the movies. Because WB was like, no, our mainstay characters are Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. We can't have them in there. Well, the movies are failing. Give them back to because they're already teasing Wonder Woman now.
Well, see, okay, so something with that though, with the kind of weird way that the world works. Marvel's movies are obviously kicking butt in the box office.
Yes.
And DC's movies are probably being adequate. They're probably not doing hot, but they're being adequate.
Yeah.
Not making nearly as much as the companies want them to make. But their TV shows are doing incredible. Where you watch Marvel's TV shows... Do you remember Inhumans?
I tried to erase that from my memory.
You know how their Netflix shows are all, like, suffering now?
Well, the thing about that is, are you caught up on all those Marvel shows?
Nope. I've watched... I keep track of what they're getting as far as response from other people. Like, I know that Iron Fist, the first season, was just crap and nobody liked it.
I heard the second season was no better.
See, yeah, and the first two seasons of Daredevil was good. Luke Cage's first season, Jessica Jones' first season, all good. But then Iron Fist came out, was bleh. Defenders came out, it was bleh. Jessica Jones season 2 is now out. Luke Cage season 2 is now out. Punisher came out.
Season 2 of Punisher is starting soon.
Season 2 is starting soon. And those movies, compared to their first ones, are not doing well.
Yeah. Well, everyone's like, we got Punisher. I'm like, yeah, then they're going to cancel him.
Yeah. Well, that's...
Because the Disney Plus app is coming.
Yeah. But that's something that I was just like, why are we not including these great characters or things in these movies? Because you know that they have consequences, you know. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. talks about the Chitauri attack.
Well, that was the problem. Like, what's her name? Chloe. What's her face? Oh my goodness, what's her name?
She the one from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
One that plays Quake?
Yeah. She was the one that complained a lot, especially at conventions and stuff, where she was just like, I wish our show was included because we stopped being like. That was the whole point of that. Remember when they're like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and it's going to be weaved into the MCU. Then they lost their way and they're like, yeah, well, that show's there. So it's just there.
But they have these means to make, so much more stuff make sense. Although with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., when Captain America, the Winter Soldier, kind of destroyed S.H.I.E.L.D., you didn't really have anywhere to go.
Yeah. And I know they did a little connection in... what do you call it?
Age of Ultron? Or Infinity War?
No.
I mean, they did.
Well, they did for a bit, yeah, because people were disappearing.
Yeah.
But... Oh, what was it? The helicarriers from...
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron? Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking Civil War in my head when the helicarriers came back.
No, it's when they go to Sokovia. But seriously, like, the most dangerous occupation? Being a helicopter pilot. The safest occupation? Being an occupancy in the helicopter. She just gets tossed out, lands on a roof.
I like he's wearing a tuxedo.
And she's like,
Whoa.
"Oh, I'm good. I'm
Man,
good. I just fell out of a helicopter, but I'm fine."
Can you run those hills?
Better than what's her name? Claire from Jurassic World.
I don't know why, but I knew you were gonna go there.
Whenever you talk about someone running in heels, there's only two things that come to my mind. That scene in Jurassic World, and I don't know if you've ever seen the show Boondocks with the kids. They talk about how you can tell a prostitute apart from other people is if she can run real fast in heels.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. I remember that when that became a meme with her in Jurassic World. I was just like, I didn't even notice it at first. I was just like, oh. Then when you went back and watched it in the scene where she's releasing the T-Rex, you're like, wow, she can really run in them hills.
Well, considering the T-Rex can go up to 35 miles an hour, and that's like as fast as the fastest human being. Well, no, I guess that's a little above, or a little below as fast as a human being could go.
There goes another helicopter, right? If I remember.
Right, about, yep. And you know who died? The people piloting the helicopter. You know who survived? The people in the back. Gosh, no wonder Superman says flying is still the safest way to travel. For real though, like another terrible thing about this movie is that we're not given a power scale. Like, I don't think any DC movies have ever really given us a power scale as what these people are capable of doing. At least with Marvel, you know what most of them can do. Some of them perform above feats they've ever done before, and some are below. But yeah, it's just like, do you know what Enchantress and her brother can do?
It's the characters are like, oh, here's some really cool characters, but we're not going to show you what they all can bring to the table.
Except for Deadshot.
Well, Deadshot, yeah.
But besides that, it's just, what is the tactical advantage of having Harley?
Yeah, she's crazy and she can swing a bat.
She can use a bat, but Katana uses a sword, which is a very sharp bat.
Yeah.
And her sword is, like, super powerful.
She can take souls with it.
Yeah. So why would you want Harley on this team? What does she bring? She can swing a bat and shoot a gun? Cool. You have your trained soldiers that can do that. At least with Killer Croc, he's, like, super strong.
But they never show.
Let's show him one time throw a guy.
To an extent. And then Diablo's like, I set things on fire.
Yeah. And even then, until the very end of this movie, you don't get a scale of how strong he is.
Her pudding. She misses her pudding.
And so two useless characters on the team. Captain Boomerang and Harley. You're like, he throws a boomerang. And? Does he shoot a gun? No, he just throws a boomerang.
Just wait until it comes back. Then it'll show you.
But, like, I guess Slipknot also falls into that, but he's dead, so...
Yeah, he just shot people.
I don't think he shot anyone.
Oh, Well, he shot him, blew up himself.
He shot himself in the foot and also put his foot in the mouth at the same time. So
It went boom.
Yeah.
There's your bat.
He Kurt Cobained himself.
Whoa, you said that, not me. Nice. Well, who am I kidding? I don't like Nirvana. Look, more reasons for Margot Robbie to be with the wet t-shirt contest thing going on there.
Yeah. But at least in other cases, when it comes to Harley being involved, she has a purpose. Sometimes it's directly to, like, counter the Joker being involved in a situation.
I'm sorry, I got distracted with the garbage and the lights and prettiness.
I am beyond amazed, though, that nobody else has come to try to save the day. Because at this point in time, this is post-Batman vs. Superman. So Wonder Woman and Batman and The Flash, probably Cyborg, although he's probably hiding in Gotham. But they all exist.
Yeah, Batman's not like, what's going on over there?
Why is there Skybeam? I swear to God, if they take out my satellite again, I'm going to be pissed.
He looks across the pond, he sees Midway City.
Why are all these cities by each other?
This is ridiculous.
3 major cities shouldn't be near each other. Central City's just a little further by.
Down the way, Central City. What if they like here's the map of the DCEU, and
just this big body of water surrounded by the cities.
Yeah.
Like you have Starling City, Coast City, Central City, Midway City, Gotham City, Metropolis. Coast City's where Green Lantern's from, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which they teased in the Flash show.
But yeah, like you have all of these like just right near each other, and you know what's down in the center of that body of water? Atlantis.
On our review on that, I kept saying Atlanta. I think you called me out on it too.
Well, the Queen's name is Queen Atlanta.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason when I kept on referring to Atlantis, I kept on saying Atlanta. Now my nerd card should be taken. Oh yeah, this clarifies what happens.
Like for a stupid reason, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember like that scene, then all of a sudden it's cut, then she's gone.
Yeah, which I will be honest, had this been explained in the beginning, it would have made no difference.
Yeah, stab. Why are we going? Oh.
Like that's what I'm saying though, is that them cutting this scene makes it not make as much sense. You know, the Enchantress, oh, she's bailed, stab. Oh, brother, help me. Why didn't you just show the reason why she bailed?
Yeah.
Why did you have to save it for this long? It made no difference in this scene.
When in doubt, go to the bar.
Yeah. I like how Croc's just like, okay, I guess I'll go with you guys.
I know, he's just kind of, he's that character that just kind of floats around with them. Like, I'm here.
Like, he did some cool stuff in that first fight, but he's not really done a heck of a lot since. I also like how his team went forward still, but he's going to stop and go to this bar. It's also funny because that little thing that they serve that in looks like one of those olive oil things.
Just take off the mask.
To the Suicide Squad. That was olive oil you just served me, Harley.
Oh. I did that on purpose.
What are you drinking, Windex?
Did they do that scene in here? Where they're like, what do you want? Whiskey? This and that? And
No. They skipped that just to go straight to this part.
Oh, yeah. And she makes that joke, you need some water. To Diablo?
Yeah. No, he says water, and so that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. See, once again, the trailer made this scene look really, really cool.
This is not a scene that should have been in the trailer, though. Like, there are sometimes in movies, which we've talked about this before, like with Spider-Man Homecoming, where they ruin key parts of a movie in the trailer. This is something that should not have been in the trailer for this movie. You know what I would love for a movie? And I know I'd probably absolutely say during the situation I'd hate it. But if they filmed an extra scene unrelated for the most part to the movie, to kind of throw you off, of them doing stuff kind of like this bar scene. Has none of the lines from the movie, it's just them in the bar being themselves, and that's the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't give any context to, the story of the movie or anything like that, but you get to know these characters a little better.
Well, it's so funny. I remember, the reviews, and I remember, they were hyping this scene so much. This is the best superhero scene in cinema history, where they're all sitting there. I'm like, 1, they're not superheroes. 2, they're all villains sitting at a bar. 3, we're going to get this weird little backstory about Diablo and how he's kind of a misogynistic asshole.
It's not even that. He murders his family.
Yeah.
I've seen some stuff, or some people talking about it, and they are correct to say he deserves no redemption.
No, he doesn't.
He flat out, in a fit of rage, murders his wife and kids on accident, but still murders them.
And he still murdered people. See, look.
I don't know, something about the tattoos on his face makes it hard to take him seriously as a guy in a polo.
Yeah.
Not that the wife beater is much better that he's wearing, but...
Wait, she's not burned. Oh, now she's burned.
She was literally ash in his hand. But, the whole, him wearing a polo just seems like the weirdest thing.
This seems racist.
No,
it's white beater. He's got the white beater on. He's a Mexican guy.
I guess for Diablo, it's not a wife beater; it's a wife burner.
Oh, which he did.
Yeah.
Out of a fit of rage, she found his drugs and guns.
I have deserved to wear this. I have committed the atrocity acquired to its name.
And I'm still wearing my prison pants. I think he is, right?
I can't remember.
Own that shit. See, the thing, too, about Margaret Robbie as Harley Quinn is she doesn't keep the crazy on. There's this scene, she kind of just goes out of Harley Quinn.
Well, no, but there's times, I think some of my favorite Harley Quinn moments throughout, what I've seen her in, is when she's being intelligent. It's scarier, almost, that she's not just insane. She is very intelligent.
Which episode was it in the animated series where it was she outsmarted the Joker, and that's why he's I think Joker admitted to a certain point that's why he's afraid of her.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, and there's also in Assault on Arkham, she's talking to him about something, and she explains she's a doctor. Yeah. She has a doctorate, and it's I think it's Captain Boomerang. She's how did you get a doctorate? And she's I've studied for years, and I was a psychiatrist at Arkham. Also, being a guy who throws boomerangs, obviously you have problems letting things go.
And you like unicorns. I don't know why, but that still bugs me.
Again, I feel like it was just because of Deadpool. Although, did this come out before the first Deadpool movie?
Let's see. This was 2016, correct?
2016, yeah.
Let's see. More reasons to look at another screen.
I love how we barely talked about this actual 2016, same year.
Oh, well, excuse me, Mr. iPhone.
But yeah, it. Wait, what?
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry. They list Vanessa on the Deadpool thing. They list it as copycat. Because that's the superhero that she is. But I'm she's never referred to as copycat. And then letters from his daughter is enough to get him assuaged.
To be a hero.
To be a good guy for one scene.
Wouldn't that make his daughter hate him because he never replied back?
But she doesn't care. She still writes him a letter every day. And he picked 6 of them. It'd be funny if he's just your daughter writes you every single day. You get us through this, I will give you all of those letters.
We have a special cell for them.
Let's go kill someone. Which they don't actually know if bullets aren't effective on her or not. And given the amazing length by which he can shoot someone from, I'm surprised he doesn't try to snipe her from 3 buildings away.
Yeah, right here too. I do like this. He's just like, fine, we'll do it, but everybody's gonna know we did it.
Yeah.
But
So also with Deadshot, I'm a little disappointed they didn't show like the full range of his abilities. They only ever show him in like close quarter shooting, where he's sniped. Like they're like looking at his feats, he's done some amazing sniping. Like, impossibly amazing sniping.
That's why I really like the whole aspect of the first time we see him. Well, on the roof. Mm-hmm. And he's putting those plates there because he knows if I shoot one accurately, it'll go ting, 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 kill. Mm. There we go. There's your hero shot?
It's your team shot.
Yeah.
but no. Like, they show that one, but as far as him just, like, on the fly, they just never have him doing, like, the close quarters shooting. Where you're like, wow, he can shoot people, that also goes an insanely long distance for a boomerang.
Well, it has a camera on it, too. When did he get this technology?
Zoom and enhance.
Oh, my boomerang.
But again, they don't know that guns aren't effective, so, like, snipe him from 3 buildings over.
Yeah.
Have Captain Boomerang throw the boomerang, snipe the boomerang, have it deflect down, and hit him
that
in the
would
head.
have been awesome. Where he's just like, now. And that would have been a cool slow motion. He's like,
and just
boom.
Like fires at ricochets off the boomerang and just squares one of them right in the head.
Hits boomerang. Yeah. Whoops.
Ding. Oh, dang. Sorry. Sorry. Also, where'd these guys get the scuba equipment from?
Now we're all bros.
Well, they didn't really want him to go with him.
Yeah. Whoa. It looks so, like...
This run. That's...
Katana speaking Japanese. This is why I love when we have
subtitles.
Like the scene in The Dark Knight Rises when they're on the bridge before the bomb, because the bomb, whatever, is about to go off. Mm-hmm. And they're like, the bomb's about to go off. Everyone get down. Then all of a sudden the little thing says, angelic music.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
I get it.
Although I do wonder, for the sake of those who cannot hear, how would you know what angelic music sounds like? I hope that doesn't sound too mean, but at the same time,
Oh, man.
Another show I was watching, I think it was The Flash, actually. It just, they said something and then in subtitles like, ominous music. And I'm like...
If you were deaf, you'd be like...
How would you know what ominous music was?
No. I can just see the comments now. Well, you can feel music.
Yeah. I also, like, something Katana could stand to do is get a new mask. She got that big gash in hers,
You know what's so funny? Like, right now with Diablo, I just realized his chin says Diablo.
Wow.
That's how much I was not paying attention to him as a character. Because I looked at him and was like, oh, his name's on his face. Okay. How smart.
Jeez.
This scene.
Oh, also, if you didn't notice, Katana. She's carrying a katana.
Say what?
And Deadshot, he shoots
a gun.
Yeah.
With bullets. I'm doing the strip dance. For my brother.
I can't remember who said it, but someone's just like, they're describing how she dances, and it's like you're trying to get your pants off your waist without using your hands.
I like what he told her. He's like, just go up there, smack her on the ass, and tell her to knock off.
It's funny, but that is heavily misogynistic. And then his response is like, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
This, I would say, this was another thing that I say I do like, is when she shows them their wildest like fantasies and desires.
Uh-huh.
I didn't care about Harley Quinn's little vision that much at all, but Deadshot's was the best because he's like instead of like him being at home with his daughter or whatnot, he's like, man, I'm killing Batman.
Although I have to say, there's no reason that should have worked. Batman's cowl is bulletproof in this universe. He got shot in the head like 5 times in Batman vs. Superman.
But that's why it's a dream.
I know.
In this, oh my god.
At least dream realistically.
Yeah. At least dream, okay. Oh, we got Jared Leto. This is the scene before American Psycho.
Yes, that's what I was thinking!
Before he gets killed.
And that's Batman versus the Joker.
And he's like, I'm back with this witch.
Just shoots her in the head. Oh, God! Oh.
We're not doing this again.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Her eyebrows are weird.
Yeah, I love this. What the hell?
Just sets himself on fire. I don't want this.
He does that.
I did this on purpose, guys.
He does that. He lights himself on fire, and it lights everybody around him on fire, too. Oh, sorry, guys. See, he's owning that.
Yeah. He married me.
I killed the bat. You don't want that. I want that.
Yeah, what the thing is what? Once again, too.
You know what I want to see here? Sorry, because we're about to lose that scene. I wanted Captain Boomerang's What If.
But the room full of unicorns?
The room full of unicorns, beer, and money.
Just sitting like on this throne of just money, like, I own all this. Yay!
And I mean, it's not like he hasn't even been dead against superheroes. It's not like the Flash would be dead there. He barely knows him. Brother. But she just had like 7 of those putties standing around her. Like, they're still there. But they're not going to do anything.
Is the final battle?
It's the start of the final battle.
Yeah.
The normal people, the guy who can set himself on fire. Actually, that's all they have right now. They don't even have Killer Croc.
And this was supposed to be like where you're supposed to cheer on Diablo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look.
It's the putties.
The putties.
I do like how he had different boomerangs, though. Although we only get to see 2.
Yeah.
Besides his normal one, he has that one that's the video and then the one that exploded.
Well, that's why I really wish that in this movie they would have gave him his actual suit. The one where he could open it up and there's like 20 bajillion boomerangs in his jacket. He's like, I'm always prepared. This one flies.
It's like Oliver Queen's quiver or Batman's utility belt, where it's just like so many different ones for every situation.
But you could have done something funny with it. Like, this one I take pictures with. This one's for selfie.
It's my selfie ring.
Oh, it cut somebody's head off.
Oh, you throw off a trajectory. You just took a picture of the decapitated guy.
I got a great selfie out of it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And then randomly this happens, though.
Yeah, but this is the part where you're like, Diablo! Oh my goodness!
I mean, for me, this is the part where I'm like, end movie!
See you throwing popcorn at the screen.
just going out and finding the actors and throwing popcorn at them.
He's skinny.
Diablo?
Diablo. Like, he's just bones.
Well, yes. Yes, he is.
Captain Obvious. It's distracting. I don't know. The CG's weird on it.
Well, the brother, it's weird on him all the time, too. Also, like, it'd be funny if you just killed him right here. And it's just like, I guess we don't need the bomb. But
does he make it? Spoiler before we finish this movie?
No.
Oh, he does? Okay. I was trying to remember. He's like,
But it doesn't make sense that he doesn't make it
There was-
because
I
his
thought-
powers are fire.
I thought that was the redemption aspect of it, though.
Him dying?
Yeah.
Well, you know who else dies? I mean, besides the brother. That guy. But nobody cares.
I honestly forgot he went down there with him.
It's Wolverine. That was the Wolverine-looking guy.
Oh, I thought it was what's-his-face, the funny dude.
Nope.
Man. My brother. I was dancing for him.
He liked my striptease. We're from Alderaan.
Oh!
I don't know. There's other incest stories I'm sure we could use.
I know, but the fact that you saying Alderaan, I'm like, oh.
You said Star Wars first. I was
joking.
So was I.
I don't feel so.
No,
I don't feel
they're
so.
really from Alderaan.
But sometimes with you.
Dude, no, you want to know a really weird romance in TV?
What?
I'm going to go back to this, but The Flash with Irene or Iris.
Mm-hmm.
He's grown up with her since he was like 10.
I thought that was weird
And they've been friends and sister and brother pretty much. Oh, where'd my Netflix go?
There was a satellite.
Damn it!
Uh,
I even hacked through Argus to get there.
What's so funny too is all this damage is not mentioned at all in the next movies.
No. Well, the next movie's Wonder Woman, which does not take place in this time.
Well, even with Justice League, this could have been addressed.
Even a mention of Midway City.
Like what happened there. We need to be a team because if we're not a team, that kind of stuff happens.
But it's I think it's because at the end of this movie, I think when the conversation with Bruce Wayne is that Waller wants to be kept protected from the ramifications of this because this is her fault.
Well, that and the whole aspect of... That was a weird line now, too, if I really think about it, when he's like, my team will shut you down.
He didn't have a team.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait, we haven't established a team yet.
No, it's literally why he's talking to her, is to establish a team. I also like how she was super powerful in her form, and then... Now that she's fighting them, she goes to the little dingy street rat kind of thing.
The street rat?
I couldn't think of a better name for it. I don't know, maybe professional lady mud wrestler?
Professional street rat.
Professional street rat. Here's Killer Croc.
Bites her head off. I don't know.
Rick, no! Tastes like...
Witch.
Dirt.
Tastes like dirt. Tastes like witch. Tastes like a rat. He saved him.
If he blocked from that far away, that wasn't even going to hit Rick. He's just like, I wasn't actually going to... Yeah. Also, funny that he just threw his boomerang, and...
It didn't come back.
It didn't come back. But, like, he throws it, she gets on top of him, he's blocking it, and just hits her in the back of the head.
He's like, I win!
I win! If he hadn't let go of her, could he just, like, Loki'd her back and forth on the ground? Oh, no, she disarmed us in one fell swoop and just decided not to do that from the beginning. Killer Croc's like, you didn't take anything from me.
Look again. Oh, no!
Where'd my front tail go?
It was big as a Pringle can.
Jeez. How big his forehead is.
Anyway, it hates us. Well,
yeah. Oh no! The world hates us because we're bad people. Feel sympathy for me, please. And let me continue to have a wet t-shirt throughout the rest of this scene. Why is it raining?
Oh, I think she's spewing the water.
Rick's here. June's a little wet.
Oh, did I forgot to mention she's a squirter?
Yeah. Hardcore.
Hardcore. Look at this. It's all over the place.
But it doesn't make sense why it's raining.
I mean, trying to understand. I don't know. Oh yeah.
How do you not see this coming? You kicked all of their asses earlier, and you couldn't see this?
Just as bad as Snoke.
She's turning her anger towards her enemy, and she will ignite her sword. Also, cut and ripped out the heart. If she just crushed it right there, wouldn't that have just ended this?
Slow-mo.
Enchantress teleports in the middle, grabs it.
Whoops.
You're bad.
Has her heart again.
Just murders all of them again.
Oh, man, I wish I saw the blooper of that.
How many times it took to catch that?
Yeah, he's like, okay, guys, one more time.
You ever watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Yes.
That scene where he signs for something and just throws it over his shoulder and lands it in the trash can?
Yeah.
They did that scene 70 times before he got it.
I do like that movie. That's a movie we should cover sometime.
Yeah. He's seeing his daughter and you see Rick Flag run and just punt the kid.
Just drop.
Just shoot! I wonder if this actress was just like...
Why is it wet?
Why is it wet in here?
A lot of slow motion in this.
Well, I don't know. DC is the master of the random slow-mo. Gosh.
It is taking forever for him to shoot.
But, for real, when was the last time, outside of when Thanos is in Infinity War, when he's running up towards Vision, when was the last time that there was a bunch of slow-mo in
Marvel? That's a good thing when we do a rewatch of those. We could definitely be I can't think of any.
A lot of their action scenes aren't just I remember in Age of Ultron, there's that one scene where they're fighting the Ultrons and it slows down as they're
Yeah, but there's not. But they use it in the right way.
Far more sparingly.
Yeah, not in this version.
I'm not a hugger. I am not a hugger.
All right.
Also, why isn't Harley still holding that?
I think she dropped it. Okay, so now you gotta explain to me. What was the point of blowing up that thing in the middle?
Because it was destroying the world.
Okay.
Evidently. I don't know. I don't know how it was even being controlled. So...
Now there's mud.
Yeah. When you actually get possessed by the Enchantress, it's just a very long delayed mud bath that someone will crush the heart, and that means that you're ready to be finished. And yeah.
And she survives, huh?
I mean, not the Enchantress.
I know, but Jade.
June.
Jade.
No, it's June. It's June because it's June Moon.
I know.
Because it's a really stupid name.
I think after this, I'm gonna go watch Infinity War.
It's kind of like when you eat something bad and you need to wash your taste buds of it.
Alcohol.
Yeah.
That might be consumed after this.
Infinity Wars is the alcohol of movies, where it just wipes your taste buds from the last bad things you were watching.
Don't get me wrong, going back and it's interesting.
I don't know. It's one of those DC's movies, to me, for the most part, are, do I really want to be watching what's on? No. Do I really care what's going on? No. I'll watch it, or I'll put it on in the background then.
Well, it's like if I was flipping through the channels, and I'm like, it's like, oh, Iron Man 2's on. Oh, BVS is on TNT right now. Like, which one of those do you have on for background? Probably Iron Man 2.
Probably Iron Man. Well, that's yeah.
Even when it's on TV and you know what I mean? You just want something for background noise. I wouldn't have a DC movie as background.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter for me. I do. I will, if I'm writing something or something like that, and I just want to not care about what's going on.
How are you not dead? We just saved the world.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know why they don't just shoot her. Is she going to be able to react fast enough for them to shoot?
See, this is another thing where she's like, you get 10 years off your sentence. And it's like, wait, 10 years off of 100? Or,
Life, yeah, which is, yeah. But I think Captain Boomerang says he has like 3, yeah, triple life sentence.
I like the Killer Croc. He's like, I don't care. BET.
No,
I want BET.
I want BET. You're just like, I mean, in his defense, where is he gonna go?
That is true.
Like, at least being in jail, he has, a place.
I like how he explains math to her too.
Well,
you shoot him in.
No, she's the one that brings up shooting a guy. He's just like, ah.
That's like my daughter. Like, aw, baby, you know how to shoot somebody.
And Floyd's character. Floyd's a weird one where he's a dick, he's a jerk, but he kind of has a heart of gold for his daughter.
Yeah.
He'd do anything for her.
Well, that's why those guys walking in with guns and chains, I'm like, come on, guys. He just saved the world.
Well, no, but I mean, he's still dangerous to a lot of people, and they understand that. But Rick is more understanding of him now. So I understand them wanting to shoot the guy who, could kick all of their asses.
Yeah. He's like, when he goes back in, they're like, you got to give us the diamond earrings back. Oh, really? Where am I gonna?
You know what might have made this movie better?
What?
Just hear me out. If Will Smith had done a rap at the end.
Yes.
Oh
yeah, she wanted her
espresso machine, which I think if there's something Harley does not need,
is caffeine.
It is caffeine. Just watching.
It's gonna watch nothing but BET from now on.
I know. Well, and I mean, honestly, for a few of them, not for Harley, probably for Digger if he, had actually asked for things.
Yeah.
Their steak could have been real nice.
I would have been like, can you just give me some steak like every day or something? You know what I mean? Like, give me a new plush toy every day.
Well, yeah, and he got all those letters, but what's his name? Killer Croc has like a couch and some booze and gets to watch BET. Like, I would have just asked for like all the channels, not just BET.
Yeah.
But
I want the full cable package that includes the NFL Sunday ticket.
And BET and
just everything.
HBO.
I want it all.
Just give me a TV that shows every channel.
A multi-million-dollar facility like this can afford $200 a month on cable.
I'm sure. I'm sure just getting BET there is probably not the easiest thing, considering they probably don't have like a dedicated satellite for TV.
I like how it says Joker on his thing.
Yeah. Oh gosh, he's the Joker. I get it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And then you get that weird neon effect again.
Written and directed by David Ayer.
I feel like he shouldn't have done both those things. There's very few big movies.
There's Zack Snyder.
Yep.
Deborah Snyder. Deborah Snyder's been around a lot. Jeff Johns too.
Yeah. He was part of Aquaman too.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Johns. Okay, so we have reached the end of the movie, guys. You can watch our next video with us if you want to hear our immediate responses to this movie.
All right, and everybody, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you, and it was not as bad as I remember it. There were some aspects that I enjoyed.
Okay, well, see you guys in when you click the next video if you're gonna watch it with us. Thank you, guys.